Homestead.
And we are in a new setting.
Yeah, we're usually in our living room.
And we're further away from the camera, so let us know if you can hear us, please.
I don't think anybody's on yet, but just in case, let us know.
Nobody's on yet?
I don't think. I could be wrong. Let's see
There we
if
go.
we're...
There's our notification.
All right, are we broadcasting? How are we
Yep.
broadcasting?
Yep.
Well, it says 2 weeks ago. I still don't have a notification.
I'm special.
You must be.
Well, it shows one. I don't know if that's me. Oh, there we go. Hi, Rebecca. Can you let us know how you can hear us? Because we're further from the phone this time. And I'm sorry to hear you lost your voice. How did that happen? Did you have a cold and it went away? Or, I don't know. I think some people just do tend to lose their voice. I don't think I've ever had that happen.
Cindy wishes it would happen to me.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever happened to you either, has it?
Not in a long, long time. I'm still trying to find us,
Thank
so
you.
I can't see the chat. You will have to. Oh, there we are.
Okay.
I see us now. Okay. Now I'm joining. So we decided today we would come out to the shop, since I've actually got it kind of cleaned up, and this is the first year we've had the wood stove in here.
It's cozy.
It's actually quite warm.
This side of me is very toasty.
So it's not like it's super cold outside, but
No, it's nice out, but
it's a little chilly.
This will be appreciated come winter for sure. We can do this more often.
Hi, John. Oh, I almost dropped my coffee. That would have been a sad moment.
See, John. Hi, Joy.
Oh, Joy. Sorry. Apparently, I need to look closer. Hi, Joy.
Yeah, you have to read this phone, not that phone.
Yeah. Can't read that one. It's too far away. Hope everybody's doing well. We're just thought we'd move into the shop today for the live. I'm hoping that the internet hangs in for us and we don't have any big issues. Mm-hmm. But it's nice and hot by the fire here, which is kind of a bonus. Sydney likes to be warm.
I do like to be. I still have a sweater on. This side of me is kind of boiling, but I still have a sweater on.
Who are you? No, who are you? Anyway, all kidding aside, Abir, time is Lofty. Welcome in.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thanks for joining us.
And I'm Cindy.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
I got it right.
Yeah, you remembered. I was worried that Alzheimer's had gotten worse.
Oh, cute. Okay.
Okay. So typically we do the live in the house. We thought today we'd change it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. Abir, so are you from India then? Abir, is that what?
And also, hello, Yuhan Belief.
Yes, welcome in. Greetings from Indonesia. Oh, you as well. We appreciate the kind words.
Yeah. So we haven't been live for 2 weeks because he's been working nonstop.
Yes, usually we try to come on every Sunday, guys. I'm going to try to stay out of the way of the fire in case anybody wants to check that out. But we right now still very busy where I work. So we're working 7 days a week. I'm just in between sleep and going back to work. That's why we're not really doing the typical live we do. We were kind of outside trying to get some things done and decided we were just do our live right out here.
Yeah, we got one trampoline put away of the 2. The kids are still using one, so that always feels nice. During the last 2 weeks, we got our pool put away.
That was a big plus.
That was a biggie. Getting things gone for winter.
Slowly ready for winter. Winter for us is a pretty big ordeal. You can't, I've gone around, I've shut off all our outside taps and drained those because we don't want to have any plumbing freeze and burst.
Rain barrels freeze over. Not yet.
Not yet. But for the first little while, we'll try keeping heaters in a couple of them so we can make the most of the water for a little bit longer.
Yeah, because it's a big hassle to have to bring water in from in the house?
Hey, Joy, we have not had any snow yet. We've had more rain, but that's typical for this time of year.
Yeah, but I saw pictures today of BC and they have snow and car crashes everywhere from what I saw.
Yeah, in British Columbia.
Like, yeah, it's coming.
But they're still quite a bit further north than we are in this part of Canada. But it won't be long. Usually, Christmas is kind of the turning point for us most times. We can either have a green Christmas or we can have a white Christmas. It really is hard to say, but we will start seeing a little bit of snow soon. Just whether or not it sticks around until typically the end of December, it starts to stay. So
the other day it was raining very, very lightly, like a mist, and I was having a hard time telling, is that a really light rain or are those really tiny snowflakes? Because it was just on the verge. The temperature was just there.
Yeah, we're getting frost in the morning because we are getting below freezing at night. And so it's to the point now where you start scraping your windows and things like that. So it's coming. Winter's coming.
Yeah, so it feels really good to have some things put away because if we wait too long, then we have to do all that stuff in the freezing cold weather. And like putting away the trampoline is really hard to untie all the ties when your hands are freezing.
Yeah, wow. That's pretty incredible. Do you know whereabouts in Canada she is? And that's really good if she's that good at mathematics. That's great. Yeah, because we've got some pretty good schools around us. They're a bit of a distance, but it's hard to say whereabouts she would actually be studying.
Yeah, it could be anywhere across this country.
Yeah, it's very true. It is nice and toasty. My back is very warm.
It's nice. It's cozy.
Yeah. Cindy still has her sweater on, but
oh, it stays. Yeah.
it'll stay on now for the next few months, well into late spring.
Yeah, for sure. Well, what else did we do in these last 2 weeks?
I did a lot of tree trimming. I treat. You'll see. I did do a video today. I haven't got it posted yet, guys, but you'll see I did do some trimming. I got the trees away from our greenhouse because they were starting to kind of shade it quite a bit, and in our garden area, because we do encourage a lot of trees to grow along the perimeter of the property, and they can. But we try not to let them kind of grow into the property too much. Just we like to have that windbreak. If come winter time, it's nice to have that little bit of a natural snow fence, you might say, and windbreak. So.
I pulled almost all my tomato plants out of the garden.
Yeah.
Pulled all the pepper plants because we've had a few frosts that are just making everything. It's done except for carrots and squash and things that can handle the frost and actually improve and become sweeter from it. The other stuff is done.
Yeah. And you'll also see in the video today, I did check out the figs. We have beautiful figs. But every year it's the same situation. The plants do very well in around August. They'll take off, and by this time of year, like October, November, they're full of fruit and they're large, but they just cannot. They don't have the time, or we don't have the time here to ripen up and be able to enjoy them. So. I'm still trying to figure out a way to make that happen. I might try to build some sort of a greenhouse around them, but not over them. Something that will kind of draw the heat in, but allow it to escape at the same time. Because I don't want to burn the plants, but it would be nice to find a way to actually get fruit because there's always an abundance. It just doesn't mature.
Now, are figs one of those things that could ripen off the vine?
I don't think so. Not that I don't think so. I think they have to ripen, and then you pick them.
Bummer.
So.
Well, in the last week, we did something special and fun. He doesn't even remember what.
Was I there?
We took our oldest for her birthday present.
Yes.
Her delayed birthday present. We took her to her very first concert, and it was awesome. A Paul Brandt and Terry Clark concert.
Yes. For our friends around the world, Paul Brandt and Terry Clark are Canadian artists.
Yeah, but in the States, I think they'd be pretty well known as well.
I doubt it.
They lived in Nashville for like a decade.
All right, so
Come on, guys.
who do we have on here?
If you're from the States,
So
please let us
Joy,
know.
if you're still with us, do you know who she's talking about? I'm curious because
If you listen to country music, then you have to put that.
yeah, maybe. Because
Anyway.
Cindy gets very offended if somebody doesn't know who Paul Brandt is because, you know, if he lived next door, I'd be concerned.
It was an amazing show, as always, and I think it was the perfect gift, and
Yeah.
I think she loved it. But yes, I think not everyone in the States, of course, but I'm sure there are plenty of people who know who those people are.
Canadian colleges are great. We do have a lot of people from around the world go to the colleges here. I think they've cut it back a bit compared to what it used to be, but a lot of international students. You're right, and there's a few colleges very close to us that have a lot of national students.
What is his best hit?
See,
Wow.
look.
Well, okay. Do you listen to country music?
Don't try to state your case here,
This is
Cindy.
90s country, so that also matters. His best hits,
Wow.
My Heart Has a History, I Do. Yeah,
She listens to country music,
okay.
so
90s country, like when
oh yeah.
we're talking Garth Brooks era,
You know, one hit
early Tim
wonder type stuff.
McGraw.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised, Joy. I mean, he's. I think he's talented. I think he's talented, and so is Terry Clark. But it's hard for a lot of Canadians to break away, especially in the U.S. So some of them go down there, and both of these people did live in Nashville at some point, but they've come back home and you know are happy just being nobodies.
Okay, whatever.
I'm
You're trying to pick a fight.
I'm just trying to upset Cindy, but
Mission accomplished. It was an amazing show.
it was good. So for the sports fans out there, we almost beat you.
Great game though, and
Yeah.
I'm not a sports fan.
Yeah, we don't normally follow a lot of sports, but we were watching the last little bit of the baseball World Series there. We're of course Toronto, which is only 2 hours from us. We're playing the LA Dodgers, and it was back and forth. They were both playing quite well, so we were a little sad when the native team, of course, did win. But
some of those plays looked like something you see in a movie. They were so close. It was crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I was actually.
Now, do you know that song?
Yes, Terry Clark. Yep. You're right, Joy.
There.
Did you not hear it at the concert?
Yes.
Okay, well.
Cindy feels better now, but you still don't know who Paul Brandt is, do you? And I don't blame you.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. Great game, great concert, good week.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get a whole lot accomplished outside of winter prep, but
No.
I mean, he's working 7 days a week and sleeping during the day, working at night.
Yeah, it's but things are getting done. I'm feeling good about it. Like I had in our video today, my shop, as you can see, because we're actually in it, it's cleaned up for the first time, I think, in about what have we been here, 11 years? To the point where I can actually function out here, which is a big plus for me. But that was part of the reason that I did so much building here the last few years, to give us other places to keep things. So I'm not just stuffing this space and making it impossible to use in the meantime. So speaking of which, those buildings, the last building, I know something's
tiny little spider.
Spider. Yeah, I got a lot of cobwebs out here. I haven't got that far yet, but the building that I was doing, the what I call the aviary condominium, has 3 occupants now. So there's only one spot that's empty still. The plan was not actually to have them all being used. right away, but as winter approaches, we've decided to get some of the stuff kind of more sheltered and things like that. And I've started counting my various water heaters and things like that to try to make sure we have enough. I might have to order a couple things. I think I have to get a heated bucket for the turkeys because we tried using water like containment dishes type thing, but they're large birds and they tend to step in them and whip them and things like that. So I think a bucket will be better for them. A lot of spiders this year as well, Joy. Yeah, they've been in more places than usual. Actually, I remember Cindy complaining a couple of times that there was one that was living in somewhere around our garbage container.
Yes, there was one between the garbage and the recycling containers. Had a web set up between them.
You'd never see it, but then.
Oh, I saw it. It was huge.
Probably only big, but fortunately we don't have. We really don't have any naturally occurring anyway. There are really no poisonous spiders or poisonous snakes in the area that we live in. So if anything happens to be here, it's come in on a truck or something like that. It's not something that is native, which I guess is the bonus. If there's anything good about the weather we have coming, guys, over the next, 3-4 months, if there's anything good about it, it's probably the fact that nothing, if it doesn't belong here, it's not going to survive because it's going to get that cold where it will kill off something that's not a natural habitant of the area, right? So I guess you can be thankful about that part. If we were warm all the time, like in some locations, I guess we would have it'd be a lot. We'd have a lot more venomous snakes and things like that. So
yeah, we don't have a lot of little things that crawl and hide to worry about. Mostly here it'd be larger things that we don't really see, bears and.
Yeah, because they're not really in this area either. Cougars, things like that. Same thing. The only real predator you'd have in this area are coyotes. And the coyotes in this area, just to explain to people, they're a little different because there's two types of coyotes in Canada. There's the Western coyote, which is something you would see probably more in the States as well in the US. And then in this part of Canada, they have what they call the Eastern coyote, which is actually a cross between the Western coyote and the wolves. So they're a larger dog when you get this up to the eastern half of Canada, like where we are.
Hi, John.
John, welcome in. I'm glad you were able to find time to join us. We're just kind of taking some time to sit by the fire and enjoy the few minutes of downtime, the few minutes a weekend that I actually have, John, because it's still a 7-day-a-week ordeal right now, and I'm working midnights, so it just kind of adds to that the difficulty of getting anything done.
I like it.
I think she's talking about the fire.
Yeah, the fire. I like it.
I like it when you're working 7 days a week and you're never home, dear.
Well, they've seen how you tried to aggravate me.
Try to bug you.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, the fire is very nice. I like it better than sitting at the table.
Yeah, it's a little different. It gives you something to look at besides me as I ramble. So,
anyway, how was everyone's week?
Yeah, what's going on in your world, guys?
Yeah.
For those of you who aren't saying anything, at least hit that thumbs up for us if you don't mind. If you want to throw a sub to us and come back and see us, we're here every Sunday as long as I am not at work, which I think going forward for the next at least 3 weeks, actually maybe 4 to 5 weeks, I should be home during this time of day at least. I'll probably be working, but I should at least be home. So as long as I'm home, we'll try to get the live out. Yes, Joey, that's right too. We did do How Long with the Kids. It's nice because, as you guys probably know, if you follow us at all, we have four younger kids, and they range from 12 to 5, and they're at that point now where the trick or treating was a lot easier.
It was. This year felt easier.
It felt way easier.
Faster.
Yeah, my job was just to pull the wagon because what we do is we have a little fold up wagon.
They have their little buckets to go door to door.
Yeah, so we make it easy for them. They just have a little bucket. We throw the pillowcases inside the wagon, and I just pull the wagon up and down the street. And we don't go very far. I wouldn't know how to describe it, but the distance we travel is, if we go to 50 houses, no, maybe a bit more than that, but
I don't know.
it might not even be that many. It's just, we go to my mother-in-law's street. We do her street, which is a dead end. And then we do a couple little dead ends off of that.
Yeah.
And that's it. The kids have enough. Cindy's like the candy Nazi, so it manages to last them probably
a day.
Yeah, probably most of the year. So in that sense,
They make out very well. It's also when you go to an area that doesn't get a ton of kids, then you tend to get more from each house, right?
John says his wife built the same way. Yeah. I guess I'm good for something. I can go make some money and come home.
Oh my.
Joy had around 300 kids. Wow, Joy, that's a lot.
Was that more than usual this year? We don't have people come to our house because we're in the country, but
yeah,
my mom's house had more than usual.
You can see it when we were doing the street. Like I said, we do the same street every year with the kids. And it seemed, you could see the difference. There was more kids, which was surprising because, like I said, being a dead end street, you don't expect to see a lot.
When we started tricking at the normal time we normally do, it seemed like there was no one around. But on our way back, it's like the road was just filled with kids.
Yeah, and it seemed like
fun.
I don't know why, but this year it seemed like it was over earlier.
Yes.
I didn't see a lot of the teenage age, how they kind of come out after the kids are done and they go and grab what's left of the rewards. But I didn't see a lot of that
as we were leaving.
A lot of little kids out, which was nice. It's good to see that.
So yeah, the kids moved a lot faster this year. The weather was good. Yeah, it seemed easier.
It did.
It was good
all around. So, John, do you get out hunting? I have my license and I have guns and I never get out. But I know this time of year a lot of guys are starting to get out. I think around here it's I think bow season's opened up already. But I would like to find time someday. Of course, it's been so long since I've actually gone. I think I'd
shoot yourself in the foot.
I'd like to hope not, but I mean, I don't even, because where we live, like we are in the, like, as you guys know, we're in the country, but we're not isolated. So it's not even where I can go out in the backyard and target practice and things like that because the highways, the main roads are too close and houses are too close. So I would not feel safe or responsible if I was to go out and start even target practicing, which is unfortunate because it's something I would really enjoy being able to do, but it's just not a good spot for that. I don't even have the option really because there's a field behind us, so that would probably be the direction to go. But then there's train tracks back there, and there's bush, and you don't really want to be shooting in an area where you don't know if you're going to hit something like that. So you're new in the area there. The neighbors gave you a heads up.
So that must be the usual in the area.
Yeah.
That's a lot of kids.
That is a lot of kids.
It's a busy night.
So Joy, is I'm guessing, and I could be wrong, in these areas it seems like when you get that many kids, it's because you're in a newer subdivision and people just assume that you're going to hand out the good candy. I don't know.
A lot of kids tend to live in those subdivisions.
Well, that's, I guess, yeah. And the other part is the houses tend to be a little closer together, not like in the older parts of towns where you got to walk more. So the subdivisions, yeah, you hit a lot more houses in a short time frame. These kids are smart. Yeah. PSV Odyssey, hello, welcome in.
Howdy, thank you for joining us.
I have seen that name before, and why am I having a hard time figuring out why? Anyway, welcome. John, you haven't got out either, hey? Yeah, it's a, because there's a lot of them around. I don't know about where you're at, John. I'm assuming because I've traveled the highways down toward your direction before, and that's one thing I found was there was a lot of roadkill, like a lot of dead deer um, heading that direction. So I'm guessing you guys probably have a lot uh, in your area as well. Fortunately, even though I'm working the off shifts right now, working midnights, I really haven't seen them. I see the odd one once in a while. The one day, actually, I got lucky because one night coming home, it was an afternoon shift, and I was coming home, and I I look, I looked down for something. I think I was actually just looking at my radio or something, and I looked up, and there was a big buck on the road. And by the time I saw him, because it was dark, and I tried to swerve around, but I didn't want to swerve too much because I didn't know which way he was going to go because he was standing still at the time, and I nicked him with the front passenger side of my bumper, just enough to leave some hair, and he still ran off. But so I got quite lucky that day. But I do see them once in a while. I see them about as often as I see coyotes, so not too often. Only what was it, last year we hit the coyote coming home one night.
Didn't hit the rabbit. It was chasing them.
Yeah, we didn't hit the rabbit. It was like a Bugs Bunny Roadrunner show because we were coming home it was all of us in the van, and it was about 7 o'clock at night, so it was dark already. Though it was that time of year, and this rabbit ran across the road, and I remember thinking to myself, I think I said to Cindy at the time, I said, "Well, that rabbit made it." And just as I looked back in front of me, there's this coyote just crossing the road, and he just happened to be looking at the headlights at the exact same time. I just said to Cindy, "Well, hold on, because I can't stop." So
Yeah, you did a good job though. You stayed steady.
yeah, the van didn't do so well.
Stayed on the road.
It did a lot of damage.
Stayed on the road, and it made it back home because we were very close
to home. Yeah, only about 3 farms away, fortunately, because I lost all everything. By the time I got home, you could see it the next day, the whole rad fluid and everything was gone.
Everything was lighting up on the dashboard.
It was nasty.
Joy, how do you like living in town now, moving from the country? I think that'd be hard myself. PSB Odyssey, you have access to hunting. That's good.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I don't really know anybody.
Sure, you could find.
I could probably find somebody because you guys know I like to talk. It's not that I can't have a conversation with people, but I didn't grow up in the area. Like you tend to grow up in the area, you know people, and everybody's got their kind of their hunting spots and things like that, or their buddies that they go hunting with, and I don't have that particular circle. So
I'm sure you could smooth talk your way into one.
I'd have to go out of my way, I guess. I'd have to establish that somehow, or find somebody that's willing to bring a new person into their group. But because my ideal dream, although as I get older, I don't know. I think it's more and more. It would be too much work. But I always tried to talk Cindy into moving to a situation where we had some bush. I would always thought it'd be nice to have 5-10 acres of bush on a property. But that has never been able to happen. So.
And those properties are quite pricey now.
Yeah. So So PSV Odyssey, it's good that you have that. I don't want to say a luxury, but it's good that you have that option. That makes things easier.
Mm-hmm.
This stove is quite toasty.
Yeah.
I almost feel like I'm going to break a sweat.
Well, it's a nice dry heat, though.
It is. Yeah. So John says it wasn't usually hard to get a couple does. Joy says town is very different. Lived 30 years on the farm. Oh, after the stroke, got hard to take care of. 40 acres. Wow, 40 acres would be nice, but sorry to hear about the stroke. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that definitely changes things. Yeah. Were you able to recover for the most part, Joy? Hopefully that's the case, because I know Cindy's brother was quite fortunate. He had a stroke at a young age as well. What do they call it? Hemorrhagic stroke or something like that, where the blood went. a brain bleed anyway, and he's almost back to his old self, which is good.
Yeah, doing amazing considering
Yeah,
how serious it was.
yeah, because we really didn't know if he'd. At the time, we didn't even think he might even pull through, but
Town would be very different.
But yeah, 40 acres to being inside of town.
Now, is it a small town at least, or a city? I personally, I don't think I could live in a city.
I have a hard time, even because I work in, well, what used to be a small town, I guess you would say, and it's growing quite quickly because it's become like a bedroom community to a city, and I find it frustrating even to have to go in there.
Yeah, it takes a lot longer to cross town now
To get
because
through
of the traffic.
because traffic and lights, because every time you turn around, a new stoplight shows up, or I go out of my way to perimeter the town, if I'm making any sense. When I go to work, I work on the outskirts of the town. So instead of going through town, I will drive around the outside of the town because I don't like having to go through stoplights and things like that. It's just how I am, I guess. And so I managed to get it so I only have to go through one. So one and one stop sign.
Yeah, as long as there's no construction.
Yeah.
Which seems to happen a lot. Really glad to hear you're doing well, Joy.
Well, it's good to have your son close by as well. Yeah. But yeah, that's a big change. 40 acres. 40 acres would be nice, but yeah, like you said, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And John, I see you're still pumping out videos. Good for you. I tried to catch up on a couple, and and I'm still behind, of course. But Robbie and Sonia,
hi guys.
Glad to see you made it. Yes, a new room. We were working outside because, as you already know, haven't had a lot of time, so we were trying to get a few things done in between getting up and of course going back into work tonight. So thought we'd try it out here. I do have an extender out here, but I wasn't sure if it would be solid enough to pull this off or not. But I'm glad to see it seems to be working because a half hour into it, I don't think we've had any more issues than we would have had in the house. So it's actually kind of nice.
Yeah, we're actually doing better than we normally do.
Yeah, exactly. So were you out at your hunting spot yet, Robbie, or are you? I'm not sure what your season would be there, but I know you were kind of preparing at some point. But it is quite toasty.
It's nice.
Cindy still hasn't taken her sweater off, though. I rolled up my sleeves at least.
No, it's perfect.
Cleaning up the camp. Yeah. When do you actually go out? When does your season start? And do you have, is the camp on your property, Robbie, or do you have to go somewhere else? Season starts Saturday. Is it bow or gun? I think bow season's already opened here, but depending on where you live, where we are here, we have bow and we have shotgun. The next county over, going closer, I guess, closer to the city, they have bow and they have black powder. And you have to go further north before you can get into using rifles and things like that.
Hi, Leon.
Leon, welcome in. Yeah, it's quite warm. It's nice.
We're just testing it out for winter.
Yeah, it takes it just kind of dries it up in here a little bit. Only half of the shop here is actually insulated, and I'm not really sure how well. I would say it's probably not insulated very well because when I pulled the walls apart and things like that, the insulation's kind of, what's left of it isn't much. And the actual attic part has no real insulation at all. So it's the fire is nice. It takes the dampness out, I guess, is what I was trying to get at here.
And
Now,
it's
the
like
behind
it's a
us
project
here,
for another day.
there's another room back behind us, just over here. There's a door that goes to another area back in there, and that's all insulated quite well because I had done that all up a couple of years ago for Cindy, and now it's just turned into a storage area. But
A very nice storage area.
I tried to take it back. I thought it would be a nice little editing studio.
You need a whole room for editing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really.
Yeah. Well, by the time you put a couch,
A couch.
TV,
A couch and a TV for editing.
another wood stove.
Oh,
I
wow.
mean, it takes room.
Yes.
A couch to sleep on when I'm in trouble.
Oh, well, now maybe it's starting to sound better.
Yeah,
You're selling it.
Yeah, 6 miles from the house. That's not too bad, Robbie. You can be there pretty quickly. That's good. So.
Is that like a friend's land or a public place that you can hunt? I don't know if we have any of those around here. People try to tell us about them, but
We have
restrictions.
what they call here in Canada. They call crown land. It's land that's public because it's owned by the government, but basically at one time they call it crown land. Like I said, I don't want to pretend I know more about this than I actually do, but basically it would have been land that was one time owned by the monarchy, of course, England, and you're able to go and hunt on crown land. But then the thing about that is you don't know who else is there, right? So it's not like private property where there's only going to be people. Well, you hope there's only people there that got permission and who's going to be there. So it takes there's a little more risk to using public property and public land, of course, but people do it.
Yeah, you don't hear about too many incidents, which is nice.
No, they really don't. And then a lot of times it's not because of somebody shooting somebody else. In a sense, it's more from accidental.
Yeah.
Just gun misfires or something.
Oh, neat. Robbie says you can see what it looks like in tomorrow's video.
Oh, right on. Least and including where the campsite, so you can see what the camp. Okay. Good. Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
That sounds fun.
Leon, I still have to watch your video too, bud. I said to John, and Robbie, as you know, I'm a little behind on those. I am slowly trying to watch one here and there, and I dropped a comment just so you guys know I'm trying to catch up. But Leon also did a video recently with JJ, I believe it was, and I look forward to catching that as well at some point for sure.
As soon as work allows it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a binge day.
Yeah.
Basically, once the snow flies and I don't want to go outside anymore, I'll be able to sit on the couch and watch a full day of back-to-back videos.
That would be nice.
And probably fall asleep. But that is the hope at some point. That's still, I'm hoping is still a ways away, because I'm not really am not a fan of winter. I don't like winter. I don't embrace it. Some people do. We don't. Where we live, we actually don't get enough snow that you can justify having a snow machine, like a snowmobile. And I think, to be honest, if I was to buy one, it'd be a waste of money. You'd be further ahead with a four-wheeler or something like that, where you can use it in all seasons, because guys here that live in these parts, that have these sleds, they actually have to travel quite a long ways north to be able to get a lot of use out of them. So it's just that, and we don't have mountains or really great hills or anything like that here, so it's not like you're gonna take up skiing and all the other things, I guess, that you could embrace if you were a big avid outdoors person. I mean, unless you want to do snowshoeing, and even that, I don't think.
That doesn't sound appealing. Plain.
I'm gonna say, sounds like there's a jet or something going over.
Yeah, the cold weather and I don't get along. It makes me grumpy.
Grumpy.
Yeah.
That puts it lightly. Oh well. So is your live gonna be outdoors today, Robbie? You still wearing shorts or what? Just kind of showing off those legs.
Yeah, we thought about doing it outdoors because we actually had a very nice day.
It's
Cold
very,
morning, but nice afternoon.
yeah, it's quite pleasant out there today. So we did this. We did contemplate doing it outside, but like I said, I wasn't sure about the internet connection, and I'm quite happy with how well it's gone in here.
Yeah, and there's more outdoor noise out there. Like
Yeah,
the plane would have been louder for one thing.
true. And you wouldn't get to look at the fire.
Yeah.
Can't tell if I'm getting all the messages or not, but I must be.
I think so. So we've got about 19 minutes to go. I don't know if you and Robbie were talking earlier, but I'm not sure if you have found out if everyone's doing their live.
I think everybody else is doing their live. I know, Rebecca, if you're still on here, I hope you feel better. Oh, good, Robbie. I'm glad you're not too warm. Anyway,
Jealous much?
yeah, it's my jealousy coming out. Sorry. Yeah, I hope you feel better, Rebecca. Just for those people that are with us, so I know we don't have a big crowd today, but we do want to make sure we encourage everybody to watch. I believe Hippie Callier will be coming on right behind us, and then I believe Donald and Lisa are still doing their live at Acre Homestead, so they'll be on at I want to say it's 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 6 p.m. or sorry, 5 p.m.
It's 6 p.m.
Central
Eastern.
Standard, 6 p.m. Eastern. And the Wild Huckleberry, who you can see here in the chat.
No Hippie Callier.
Oh, they're not going to do theirs.
You're so on top of that, Robbie.
Well, I know Robert was texting back and forth, but
That's awesome.
my stuff was getting held up at customs again. So.
Well, hopefully she's feeling better too.
Yeah. You know, it's always. I know it doesn't make sense to me, but it's interesting because I've seen a few people lately that are sick and they're from these warmer climates, and I always associate illness for some reason with winter. Mm-hmm. And I know that doesn't make any sense because it's not something that's driven by temperatures and things like that.
No, but it seems to be when the weather shifts.
Yeah, there's a big change in the weather and people catch their colds and things like that. And of course, maybe that's really not to do with the weather so much as the kids going back to school
that's a biggie, I'm sure.
And those sort of situations, right? Like, because then of course you get all the
going back to the petri dish.
Yeah, we've been fortunate. I said to Cindy, I said, since and knock on wood, of course I'm burning it all, but knock on wood, I haven't really been sick since it's been about a year, and I want to say it's probably mostly my diet. I think cutting out that sugar helps your body from to fight things off. Having said that, I hope I'm right and I don't turn around and catch something. But because usually, pretty much every December, it seemed like I would get quite ill, and in a cold, like with a bad cold.
We'll have to wait and see because you started your diet in January, so you haven't been through a December.
No, that's exactly it. Because it was right after I finished finally recovering from that whatever I had in the December, because it was right through Christmas and everything.
Yeah.
And I think at that point is when I got kind of to the point where I was like, I got to do something. So.
Hi, Donald and Lisa.
Donald and Lisa, welcome in. We're changed our environment, as you can see.
Yeah. We're warming up by the fire. Okay, so you were doing the lineup. So Donald and Lisa, you can confirm that you're your live is happening today, and then you were at the Wild Huckleberry.
Sorry, I was reading Robbie's comment. So Robbie did not have shorts on today, just to confirm.
Yeah, Sunday though.
But your son did, because he's more of a man than you. And
He's like picking fights with everybody today.
I like to poke. I like to poke at Robbie. He'll get back at me. Yeah. Yeah, so Donald and Lisa, you guys are doing your live. And Robbie, I'm pretty sure you guys are doing yours. Okay, yeah,
Confirmation.
good. And how about Dyer? Is Jack home? Is he doing his live, guys? And then what is it? Red Rooster Dirt Road?
Red Dirt.
Red Dirt Rooster Road? Red Dirt?
Sorry.
Red Dirt. Red Dirt makes sense, you know?
Yeah, I think it's Red Dirt. I know Red Rooster also makes sense. That's why it's confusing sometimes.
I do like that Red Dirt. I won't lie.
We just have to keep that picture in mind.
The first time I saw Red Dirt, I was, because I know they have it in PEI, but I don't remember it from there. But I do remember stopping once, and I don't remember if it was in Georgia or what state I was in. I had to pull off for something. And I was on the side of the road, and I was just kind of moving my feet around and realized that the dirt was red. And it was kind of one of those moments of, huh, well, that's cool.
Yeah. Awesome.
Good. Glad to hear. So, get warm under my lid.
I'm getting dive bombed by a fly.
I know. The flies are being drawn to the heat. Okay, so this week coming up, because we did end up getting one of the trampolines down today. And as Cindy mentioned at the beginning of the video, guys, we got our pool put away, which was, that was starting to add a little bit of stress to us, to at least to how I felt about things. So I was quite happy to get that taken down and put away, because when we finally got around and started to try to take it down, we kept getting rain. And
we needed it to dry.
We needed it to dry so we could put it away.
Yeah, we have one more trampoline to go, but the kids are still using it, so that can maybe wait a little while.
It's chilly in Kentucky, Donald says. It's getting cold at night here. We're getting frost, and
yeah, we've had nice afternoons the last few days, but very cold mornings. The water had a layer of ice on it this morning.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to dig out all the heaters, because I think we need to set up at least 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want to say 8 heaters, 8 water heaters. So it always surprises me that I'm always expecting our hydro. And when I say hydro bill, I know not everybody says it the same way. Our electricity bill, our power, to go up significantly in the wintertime, because I have to run so many of these heaters. Because that's not even counting the ones that we'll put in our barrels. Because for the first little while, while we're using up the water in the rain barrels, I'll even run a heater in those to try to make it so we can use them up.
Yeah, we like to stretch that as long as possible, because it is such a hassle to have to carry buckets of water from in the house.
Yeah.
Especially when it's already free and available.
Exactly, and as I mentioned earlier, and I don't know if you've had to do this, or if you'll even have, I imagine you'll have to, Donald, do you have to shut your outside taps off? We have to, we already have, but I assume your weather would still get cold enough that you would have to worry about pipes freezing. And I'm pretty sure it'd be the same for John. The only one that maybe not would be Robbie. I don't know if you would even have to worry about that or not. I know it gets cold, but does it get cold enough for that? I don't know. We do have one tap that is, they call it a winter tap or a frost-free tap. I'm not sure what the proper name is, but it's a tap that when you shut it off, it drains so that the water doesn't stand up and freeze.
Is that the one that worked sporadically
But
last year?
yeah, I was gonna say, it's just hit and miss whether or not the tap actually turns on when you go to use it. You see them they have them in the ground, usually the pipes that come out of the ground
Oh, yeah.
are that kind of style, because when you shut them off, basically they drain back below the frost line, but we don't have one of those.
No. Hopefully, maybe this year we can have a rain barrel in the Quavitry again, but this year put it in there before we're rolling a frozen one to thaw.
Yeah, because yeah, we're gonna have to dump a few of them, I think.
Yeah, sadly.
So Donald says yes, if it will freeze there, and Robbie's basically hit and miss, eh, Robbie? Good problem to have. Well, not if you don't have to worry about it.
Mm-hmm. That's probably the worst part of winter. Frozen waters for me.
Yeah,
Like as far as chores go.
yeah, it definitely slows things down. And we keep what we tend to do is in the Quavitry there. We'll keep pails of water. We'll even take in snow and let it melt instead of using water from the house. But
That's how much I hate carrying pails of water from the house.
like we don't heat the Quavitry, but as you guys know, it's insulated. There is ventilation, but it still warms up enough in there that it's worked out well. The water
freezing, yeah.
The water doesn't freeze, so the rabbit waters and things like that. I don't think we've had the odd time it gets so cold. Like when it gets, of course, when you get blitzes where it's like minus 40 Celsius with the wind chill and things like that, which doesn't happen very often, but it does happen here. There's not a lot you can do to keep even an area like that from getting below freezing.
Yeah, we've been pretty lucky where the water might get a little frozen inside, but it's still not frozen.
Where you might have to clean a little bit of ice out of the the nozzle type part and things like that.
We'll have to see how it works this year with the automated waterers that you made for the quail.
Yeah, because this will be the first winter. I keep wanting. I have everything I need, and someday I'm going to get it done. I want to automate all the rabbit water, but I did get the water automated for the quail grow out cages, not both cages, but just the grow out cage, and it's going to be our test feed this winter because it'll be the only one hooked up like that. So we'll see whether or not the plastic lines or they're not plastic, but like rubber hoses or whatever, if they freeze or not.
I think it'll work just because it has the water flowing as they drink. The water goes flowing. So
yeah, hopefully, but they don't drink a lot. So
no, they don't. We shall see.
Robbie uses a heater for the cow goat water. We use for the goats. For the goats we actually use a heated bucket. I want to get the same thing for the turkeys because I don't want to use. Normally we use the rubber water containers. The ones that are like a pan. But
they just step on the edge.
I find that the turkeys being so large, they step on the edge of these containers and they just dump their water. So I think I'm going to try a pail.
Yeah, that'd be good because then you can actually hook it to the wall or something so they can't dump it.
Keep it so they can't knock it over. But all the chickens and all the other areas are going to need some sort of. Usually I use the plates that you put the dishes on top of, except for the geese and the chickens at the front. I tend to I use the ones you put right in the water, the little heating elements.
Yeah, and Max, the guardian dog, has a heated.
He has a heated bowl. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's part of the reason that I intentionally run hydro all over the place when I was building all those builds, because and even to some of the old buildings, because I wanted to make sure I didn't have to run extension cords anymore. So it'll be a lot nicer this year as far as that goes.
Hello, my green thumbs. Thanks for joining us. And also thank you, Money Pit Homestead, for thumbs up announcement. That'd be great if everyone could give the video a quick thumbs up.
Yeah, we'd appreciate it, guys. I know we really need to get some regular videos out. And I think I talked to Robbie about this a while back. I find that now that we do the lives, it seems like our regular videos don't get as much attention. And I think part of it I know is because we've been delinquent. We're not as steady at it as we used to be. And it's been a lot more difficult to make, let's be honest, quality content. But I do really think the algorithm kind of gets messed up when you're doing lives and things like that. I don't know if everybody else feels the same way, but it feels like the lives are great because you get to meet new people, and hopefully they come to your channel and things like that. And you get to talk and with the other channels, and it's really nice that way. But I do find I think it throws YouTube's brain off a little bit. But
yeah, it's almost like you need two separate channels.
yeah, but that's my opinion, and I could be way out to lunch on that.
Yes, we have 5 minutes left.
Five
We don't have
minutes.
to worry about crowding Hippie Cowie's time because they're not going on, but we do have to get going soon. So
Yeah, we got a few things to get done. We got to pick up our kids and go for dinner, and then I have to go to work. So, and I think we were talking about, I don't know if we're getting our wills signed today or.
oh yes.
So because
I don't know.
we finally have our wills, because we're, Cindy being as old as she is, we were starting to get worried, and we finally got our wills done, but we have to get them. We have to get witnesses and stuff like that. So that's on our list of things to get done. I think you're right, Tracy. I think that
I can't even imagine getting 2 out in a week. Oh, sorry, I read 2, but no.
Just being consistent. But I think 2 a week. I mean, a lot of channels build up really well that way. But at least having 1 a week would be good. But yeah, it's a goal, something to work on.
These flies are starting to drive me nuts. The first half, they left me alone, and now they're just circling me.
It's the warmth, dear. It's nice. It's quite warm in here. I'm actually feel like I'm starting to sweat. As soon as this is over in a couple minutes, I'm stepping away from the fire. I have to let it die down anyway, and because we are gonna.
Yeah. I would stay if I could. It's nice. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Anyway, last minute stuff, guys. Anything going on?
What are your goals for the week other than work?
Work, sleep. Yeah. What does need to get done? I think basically I did do a small video today, guys. If you get a chance, check it out. I haven't got it published yet, but one of my problems I have coming up in this next few weeks, because it's not far away. It's not so much, and let me explain. It's not so much the snow. It's the blizzards. When the blizzards come, as you guys, if you've had any experience with snowstorms, snow gets into every nook and cranny, and because anywhere the wind gets. And those aviaries I built, as much as I love them, I have to find a way to cover the screen in areas. Worst case scenario, I'm going to throw plastic up again this year. I mean, you have to make sure they're ventilated, of course, but to block some of the weather, I need to put something up. In my mind, I don't want to use plastic. I would like to take the time to build, I want to call it shutters, even though it's not shutters, but basically removable, some sort of form of removable material that I can put on and off each year, whether through hooks or some form of fastener, because I do not want to keep screwing and unscrewing materials off the buildings. It's not, adding holes and things like that is not ideal. It just invites rot. So I want to find something. I want to do something that I can make it so they're removable. Put it away. It's something I'd have to store, but that's fine, because it would just make the job so simple. If it was just a matter of on and off, right? Something made to fit. That's my goal. Just whether or not I can do it this year. I have to do something, but whether or not I can do what I want to do. Where are we? I think I'm behind here.
Every time I touch my phone, it messes up. Robbie
They
says,
got higher views in the videos, but the watch hours are dropping. Yeah, mine are slowly dropping too. I won't lie, Robbie. I think for the last 365, we're probably down around 3,200 now. We've lost a lot of momentum that way. Every month or actually, I think every week we're dropping considerably. Ribs and knock meal.
you're gonna have to explain that to us.
What is ribs and knock? Is that a typo or is that an actual dish and I'm not familiar? I know what ribs are, but
Gnocchi.
nope,
Is that pronounced?
nope.
Is that a pasta?
Yeah, Robbie, what were you at, Rob? Because we were well over 4,000 obviously at one point, but it's like I said, it's just dropping and dropping. Imagine unless we can get ourselves focused and turn things around, we'll probably lose our monetization at some point soon.
Potato pasta.
Okay,
Sounds yummy.
nice. Yeah, potatoes sound good. Pasta sounds good. Neither want to eat anymore, so.
That's what I miss pasta. Bread, not so much, but pasta, yeah. It was an easy meal.
You're probably right. I don't really miss bread except for the idea of homemade bread. There's nothing better than fresh, hot homemade bread with a nice chunk of butter on it.
Now you're just torturing yourself.
But same time,
feeling good is good.
Yeah, because I won't lie. When I have had the odd cheat day around birthdays and things like that, where I will have pasta or whatever, and I feel like crap for days after. It just your body adjusts to not having that stuff, and then next thing you know, you throw it back in your system. So.
All right, we are at 5:02.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wrap it up, guys, but we really do appreciate those of you coming in and supporting us as always. This worked out pretty well. And since we did not lose the internet, we may even try outside at some point. We'll wait till the weather's really nasty, put our parkas on.
No, we won't. I'll be here. Fire with a fly swatter.
Yeah. Well, eventually it's going to get, the flies won't be around because, yeah, it gets too cold for them.
Yeah, Robbie, I think that's partly our problem too, because I think we had a couple of videos that really pushed us over the top, and then they time out.
Yeah, you're right. Because especially when I was doing the cement pads and things like that, like a couple of those dry pour videos, they were huge for views. But you can only do so much of that kind of stuff. In my mind, I don't know. I feel like whenever I build something now, I don't even bother recording because I don't want to keep doing the same repetitive type of content. If that's what you're doing all the time, that's kind of what you're stuck with. But again, guys, really appreciate it, and we hope we can see you again next week. And I don't see any reason why we can't. So, but I am getting a video out, and I am going to try to get caught up on a few other ones. As I said, I might have to have a binge day, but I deserve it, right?
Yeah.
I didn't really sound like it. Okay, I'm gonna try to figure out how to shut this off, guys. We'll see you next time. Thanks again.
Thank you for joining us.